Come on in. Guess what time it is? Yeah, you figured it out. It's tea time. I didn't let my water get too hot today. Come on in. I'm warming up my hands. I guess I need to do this before I take my blood sugar because my blood is hard to get out of my fingertips. There's my sister. I just got off the phone with Sister Dina. The miracle's on its way, y'all. The miracle is on its way. They're having another pathologist look at her reports. Yep, another pathologist is looking. So I think the miracle's on its way, and I'm thanking God for this miracle that's coming. Yep, it's coming. So y'all say prayers with me for Sister Dina. And we gonna deal with this. We are gonna deal with this. And whew, come on in. I'm having Earl Grey tea. It comes in a cute little round tea bag. Makes me happy, makes me warm inside. And a pretty green and purple cup. Makes me happy too. So, as Scott Adams would say, we're having a simultaneous cup of tea, but his is a simultaneous sip, and he got it trademarked, and I'm so proud of him for doing that. He opened up his new book today on his show, and he got his first copy of his new book, Loser Think, in the mail. And he said, any of you who've ever written a book, you understand this feeling. So he shared it with us today, and I'm sending him all kinds of hearts, and it was just fun to see him open up his new book, and I can't wait. It comes out November the 5th, Loser Think, and it's going to be a great book. All of his books, I've read all of his books, some of them a couple of times. Okay, folks, it's time to draw something out of our little teapot. But first, I want to talk to you a little bit about sometimes you join our community, come in here and you watch our videos and you be a part of what we're doing, but you still hadn't shined your sink. You're still in your pajamas, and you haven't taken care of the things that you need to take care of because you're just listening to me and you're not doing. Leanne talked about this on her show about not taking actions to jump in with us, to be a part of us, to enjoy the things that we're enjoying, and not letting ourselves just say, oh, I can't do that, but we can do it. We can do a lot of things. Sister Patty brought this to my attention this morning, that we have a lot of people just watching our shows, but not implementing the things we're doing. Not shining their sink, not getting dressed to lace up shoes, not working on their paper clutter. They're just sitting there like knots on logs. And we have to get up and take action. When you hear yourself say, I don't have time, that's your perfectionism. Because what you're really saying is, I don't have time to do it right. Your perfectionism is ruining you. And you have to let it go. You have to let go of this perfectionism. Jump in where we are. If you're on the hot melt sprint with us, you don't have a cup of soup for dinner and a spinach salad and a small piece of meat about like this and some avocado. That's your dinner, and it's amazing. Leanne and I went to dinner last night. We ate Mexican, but we still sprinted like crazy. Not a single chip went down our throats, but we used pieces of chips as spoons because we don't double dip. There's no double dipping. And so we had salsa, we had guacamole, We had some amazing food last night. I lost 0.6 of a pound this morning. Leanne stayed the same. That's a win. That's a celebration. 6 ounces is a lot of meat, but about the size of a deck of cards is what you want. So I'm so proud of Cecilia shining her sink right now. Chips for spoons. Who knew? Anyway, and chips, one chip has about 5 grams of carbs in it. And if you just have 6 chips, that's 30 grams of carbs. We didn't want to go there. We were going to save our carbs for, really, I didn't want any carbs. And I think we ended up, the only carbs we had was in salsa. That's it. Maybe a little guacamole, but not much. Okay, I'm going to draw something out of our teapot. Dig around in here. I got one. Okay. Oh my, this goes right along. I just love this stuff. God is so good. The Holy Spirit just washes over us. I'm just telling you. Fear of failure. Think about it. That's why you don't get up. You have fear of failing. You've tried many things doing Fly Lady. You've tried many things doing dieting. We don't like to call it dieting. We're doing behavior modification with our food is what we're doing. But we have a fear of failing. That's why we don't ever start. Because we don't want to fail again. Well, if you don't try, trying is lying. It's just flat out. Trying is lying. But if you don't jump in and start doing something with your life, making changes, doing the same thing over and over again, where's it got you? It's got you a messy house and a lot of body clutter sitting on these bones of ours. We can get rid of this body clutter. We can get rid of the clutter in our house if we'll get up off our bottoms and do something. And let go of the fear. Let go of it right now. Because if you don't get up and do something, that fear is going to stay with you. You're not going to see success as long as you are wallowing, and I mean wallowing, in your own fear. Your own fear. And fear, let's just be honest, fear is the opposite of love. Fear is of the evil one. He wants you to be afraid. He wants you to be afraid. So let's let go of our fear and let's try something new. Let's try something new for a change. What's it gonna hurt? What you've been doing ain't been working. So let's drink up. Let's get some hot tea in us. It's medicinal tea. It's also warm tea. And it feels so good. So jump in and take some actions. Like Leanne and I were talking about our reminders that pop up. We have little alarms on our phone to tell us to get up and move and to get our tea started. And we get immune to those reminders. So we have to change our ringtone every once in a while to say, hey, I'm doing something new now. I'm going to pay attention to this. I'm going to pay attention. And when you hear the alarm go off, you get up. You get up. I used to keep my alarm clock in my bedroom across the room, so that for me to turn it off, I had to get up out of bed to turn it off. My feet were on the floor. And if they're already on the floor, why go back to bed? There's no need. Yeah, we got the tea shipment, but it wasn't right. It wasn't right. So we're not going to utilize that. We got him on the phone and told him exactly what we wanted yesterday. Yep. Yeah, we did. So everybody, let go of your fear of failure. Realize where it's coming from. And let's start doing something new. We can do it. Leanne and I, we've lost weight before. We lost 53 pounds. Right now, I'm pushing 25 pounds right now. I don't think I've lost that much since we rewrote Body Clutter many years ago. And Leanne gave everybody an assignment. She told everybody to read Body Clutter. If you have Kindle Unlimited, I think it's free. I don't know for certain, but it's relatively inexpensive. It's a 15-year-old book. So you can read it on your Kindle pretty easily. And you can put a Kindle app on your phone. You don't have to have a Kindle to read it. And read it. There's one part in the book we don't do anymore. We do intermittent fasting, not eating 6 meals a day. It's just it. Intermittent fasting. I go 23 hours. I go 23 hours between meals. And then I have about a 2-hour window where I'm really about an hour and a half window where I'm eating. And then I don't eat anymore until tomorrow afternoon. And I don't even miss it. I don't even miss eating during the day. I have gotten out of the habit of needing a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or whatever, I've gotten out of that habit. And it's such a wonderful feeling to know that I don't have to stuff my mouth full of garbage. Just to make, when you stop feeding yourself carbs, really, when you stop eating carbs, you're fueling your body with the fat that's on here. And it starts melting away. So if you haven't signed up for our sprint, you still have time to jump in with us. And, if you let your perfectionism get in the way of taking your measurements or weighing, just do it. It's a number. Don't get all caught up in the number. And just have a baseline so you'll know what's going on. Just have a baseline. And I love my little baseline. Because what we did last night at dinner, it worked for me. I was down 0.6 of a pound this morning. There are vegetables that have some carbs in them. But mainly eat green leafy vegetables. And Leanne can address this more. She's our registered nutritionist here. She knows what she's talking about. And she knows more than most doctors when it comes to nutrition. There aren't many. Now, Dr. Bosworth, who wrote, let me get this book out. Dr. Bosworth wrote this book. She had to force learn nutrition in the process. And it saved her mom's life. Now, she was scared to tell her oncologist about it, but you know what? I'm not scared. I'm not afraid anymore because I don't think I'll ever eat sugary foods again. I'm asking God, He's already taken the urge away from me. Now, I've flipped the switch on salt. My rings are really loose on my hands. It's amazing. I'm blown away at the change in my taste buds, in the way I enjoy my meals at night. And I'm slowing down eating. We can do this. it's just learning a few new habits, putting some little rules into place. I'll probably never go out to eat again without my own little container of my personal salad dressing that I have made or Leanne has made. She's working on me a Caesar dressing. She made me a blue cheese dressing last week. I have a garlic herb dressing that I'm using now. So folks, we can make some changes in our lives. I'm gonna take my dressing with me because I don't get sick afterwards because of bad oils that are in salad dressings at restaurants. Last night, I didn't put a salad dressing on my salad. I used guacamole. It was yummy. It was really yummy. So let's drink up. Let's let go of our fear. That's why you're not getting started. You're afraid. You're afraid you'll fail again. But you're failing not doing it. You're failing not going and shining your sink. You're failing not getting up and getting dressed to shoes. Well, it is some of the wonderful stuff my sister sells me that is great. It is, yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it. It makes my skin, it tightens up everything. She said the other day, I know you hadn't been using your cream. That's what she said to me because I can see it right here. So she caught me. I'd been all upset over Ben and I let it slip. I did. So folks, let's take care of ourselves. Let's let go of the fear. Let go of it. Because fear is just of the evil one. We're not eating berries either. We're not eating berries. Fruit is evil. Read Dr. Bosworth's book. Fruit is evil. It really is. It's full of sugar. That's why you shouldn't eat many berries. You shouldn't eat any sugar. Well, I love you all. Please bring back the fly lady. I really have never had a fly lady apron. I have never had a fly lady apron because I feel frumpy in an apron. I did buy me something this past week. I bought myself a leather jacket. I haven't had a leather jacket in 10 years. And yes, berries are bad, Deborah. And if you don't like what I'm saying, then you don't need to argue with me on this. If you're trying to do low carb and go keto, berries are bad. So if you're going to keep saying that, I'm going to block you. Just flat out block you. Because berries are bad. They're just full of carbs. And enough said. Flat out, enough said. So folks, let's get into ketosis and watch the body clutter melt away, because that's what's happening. I can't believe it. I really can't. And if you're going to argue with me, read this book first. Read this book. And read Body Clutter. It doesn't take long. Doesn't take long to read either one of them. Doesn't take long. Well, I love you all. And y'all be kind to one another and realize fruit is sugar. And sugar is sugar is sugar. As Leanne says, it's sugar. We've got to get rid of our sweet tooth. We need to flip the switch on our sweet tooth. If you don't, you're going to be miserable. You're going to be having ups and downs and ups and downs and ups and downs. Your blood sugar will crash because it goes way high. You got to stop it. You want to, steady as you go. You just want to go. Let your body be fueled with fats. See you later. I don't know why they argue, but they're perfectionists. That's just flat out the way it is. They think their way works the best, and they're addicted to sugar. And We're trying to get rid of that addiction. Say no. Say no to berries. Say no to white rice, brown rice, anything that says it's gluten-free and it's good for you. Be leery of it. Don't be baking. Baking is all carbs. It's all carbs. Let's get that sweet taste out of our mouth. Let's go cold turkey on it. You can do it. You really can. I will talk to you later. Nicole, you have to send an email to my brother-in-law, and somebody will post this in, somebody post his email address in here. See you later. Bye.